Hey, good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Walking with God with Chris and Livy, episode 3, Genesis, chapter 3. So, appreciate your guys' support. If you could, please follow us on all social and share God's message. Hey, Livy, look, say hi. It's okay. We're going. All right. Well, I'm actually coming straight from my own house today, so I'm walking in my own neighborhood. Gonna get to a nice spot where I can read, and I'm starting to reach out to some of the local churches and trying to get some of their see if we can get more people to participate. This would be so nice if we could get more people to walk with me, but again, as long as people are just reading the message and people are just talking about God, my job's done. So I appreciate everyone's support. Again, we'll be going through Genesis chapter 3 today. Read it here shortly. I think I'm starting to disconnect a little bit walking in my neighborhood, so let me just get to the bottom of my driveway and I'll start reading. All right. Apologize again. Production will be better when we have more people and we can do this a little bit better. But again, Genesis 3, we're going to talk about the first sin and its punishment. A lot of us have heard about Adam and Eve and biting the apple, so this is what we're going to get into. Appreciate your input ahead of time. So, the first sin and its punishment. Now the serpent was more crafty than any other wild animal that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God say, 'You shall not eat from the tree in the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden. But God said, 'You shall not eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden.' But God said, 'You shall not eat of the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, nor shall you touch it, or you will die.' But the serpent said to the woman, 'You will not die. God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.' So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and then the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her husband who was with her. And he ate it. Then the eyes of both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made loincloths for themselves. They heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze, and the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But Lord God called to them and said to them, 'Where are you?' He said, 'I heard the sound of you in the garden.' And he said, 'I heard you in the sound of the garden.' He said, 'Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?' The man said, 'The woman whom you have gave to be with me, she gave me the fruit from the tree, and I ate it.' Then the Lord God said to the woman, 'What is this that you have done?' The woman said, 'The serpent tricked me, and I ate.' The Lord God said to the serpent, 'Because you have done this, cursed are you among all the animals and among all the wild creatures. Upon your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers, and he will strike your head, and you will strike his heel.'" Shift pages real quick, sorry. This is the end of it right here. To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your pangs in childbirth. In pain you shall bring forth children. Yet your desire shall be for your husband, and you shall rule, and he shall rule over you. And to the man he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree about which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth of you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. But the sweat of your face you shall eat bread until you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken. You are dust, and to dust you shall return. The man named his wife Eve because she was the mother of living. And the Lord God made garments of the skins for the man and his wife and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, see, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. And now he might reach out his hand and take also the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. He drove out the man, and at the east of the Garden of Eden he placed the cherubim, and the sword flaming and turning to guard the way of the tree of life. So, a lot to unpack there. I did a little bit of reading last night, and